Now, Tesla managed to send earth-shattering specifications about its Cybertruck as we finally met with the potential specifications of this engineering masterpiece. After Joe Rogan tested the truck by shooting an arrow with it, and after years of speculation and anticipation about what would and would not be included in the truck, we're finally seeing this entire scenario becoming a reality. So the first customers will be taking delivery on November the 30th, and while the majority of the news is good, I don't think the UK and EU citizens will like what they'll hear later on. So what do we know so far about the Cybertruck? And furthermore, the million-dollar question, is it worth the investment? Now, it's no secret that the Cybertruck has been one of the longest anticipated trucks in automotive history, and Musk has patiently teased us for 4 straight years with different kinds of pictures and designs. Well, a few lucky individuals, however, will be able to get their hands on the keys of the Cybertruck on November the 30th, and some of the car's specifications have been leaked for the first time ever in these long, exhausting 4 years of time. However, while the news of a few customers being able to get their hands on the Tesla Cybertruck keys has traveled with the speed of light, it seems like these individuals will be Tesla insiders, and the majority of the customers will have to wait until 2024. To say that the journey of Tesla has been long and excruciating is an understatement. Even Musk himself said that the company dug its own grave with the Cybertruck, mostly because of its characteristics. For starters, the mass production of such a product with all kinds of technology involved as well as the design was never an easy mission to start with anyway. But nonetheless, Elon survived the challenges, and whether or not it was going to be a profitable survival, time will tell. Right now, what we do know is that the body is made out of ultra-hard stainless steel, one that Tesla invented itself, and in order to do so, they had to develop a 9,000-ton pressing machine to produce the body panels. The production of the Cybertruck will start at a slow pace in the ending stages of the 2023 season, and the assembly line will ramp up to its full capacity in 2024. So let's address the elephant in the room first before we start unveiling the truck's characteristics: the price of it. So far, no specific price has been pinned down, but the value of the basic model will very likely start at $50,000. Now we've come to the part where the European citizens are not going to be very happy about. The Cybertruck is very unclear as to whether or not it will come to the European Union and the UK. There was an initial option to pre-order a Cybertruck in the UK and Europe last year that Tesla removed, and it hasn't returned to the website ever since. So what do we know about the truck that has a starting price that kind of baffles the customers a bit? Everything that we do know so far comes mostly from a YouTube channel called the Fastlane EV, as they published a video in what seems to be leaked stats for the Cybertruck from a Tesla insider. Of course, stuff like this is always questionable to believe in, and the company will very likely try to defend itself against it. But after 4 years, maybe this was just a smart move to keep interest in the Cybertruck at its highest possible level. Touché, Musk, touché. In this picture, we can see that the overall length of the truck is 18.6 feet, with 79.9 inches of width without mirrors and 70.5 inches of overall height. The wheelbase goes at 143 inches, and the car will have a model named the Tri-Motor one, where the second and third aggregates will weigh in around 6,670 pounds and 6,890 pounds respectively. As of now, the only thing that Tesla has confirmed is that it will have 1,587 kilos of payload capacity. And from the leak stats regarding the Frunk's weight capacity, which is leaked to be 420 pounds, it seems like this machinery will be able to take a further 190 kilos in the frunk as well. The tow rating has been listed at £11,000, while the bed length sits at 72.8 inches with 51 inches of width as well. The headroom is 41.6 inches in the front and 39 inches in the back, while the legroom is 41 inches at the front and 40.9 inches at the rear. And some of the last information that's been leaked revolves around the shoulder room at 63 inches in the front and 62 inches in the rear, while the hip room is equal in the front and the rear at 57.2 inches. Now, I don't want to be the naysayer, but all of this information should be taken with reserve. Mostly because the insider of Tesla who leaked the information is still unknown, and the entire clip does seem a bit amateurish to trust in the first place. Nonetheless, if the information does turn out to be true enough, the Cybertruck will weigh well over 4 tons fully loaded, which means that if you're to drive it in the UK, you'll definitely need an HGV license. Still, this news has taken up a massive swirl, and it seems like the majority of the media have already started to buy in the specifications that have been leaked on the YouTube channel. If we are to trust them, the Cybertruck will absolutely shatter the record of the Ford F-150 Lightning's towing capability by almost 500 kilos, and towing 5 tons is not something that you'd want to mess around with in this industry. And yes, I don't think that we've talked enough about the design of the truck. And I don't think that it will ever go past our minds as to how beautiful and unique it looks at the same time. What about the interior of the car? When it comes to Tesla, you can always bet on the minimalistic approach from Musk, as the dashboard is massively occupied by an enormous screen. Unlike the Model S and Y, in which you get a steering yoke, the squared-off version of the wheel that is also present in the new Model 3 is present in the pickup truck as well. So far, the Cybertruck has integrated 120 and 240 volt power points, and they turn the car into a kind of mobile mini power station featuring an onboard air compressor. Now let's talk engines. This is something that's changed from its initial public rehearsal, and the Tesla Cybertruck is going to come in 2 configurations, the dual and tri-motor ones. Musk also hinted back in 2021 that the quad motor version would be available, but whether that would happen sooner rather than later, time will tell. However, if it does happen, then the car would be able to crab walk just like the Hummer EV due to the rear wheel steering, which can use its 4-wheel steering to move the truck diagonally to maneuver through large boulders and rocks. What about the range of the engines? The mid-spec dual motor model can manage around 300 miles, with a tri-motor being set at 500 miles between charges. However, the entry-level rear-drive Cybertruck will only be able to do 250 miles between the electrical top-ups. Many experts said that the pickup trucks look exactly how a kid would have drawn its perfect car, with shaped curves and without any graciousness in its look. Just a robust piece of metal that's being shaped up to defy the laws of nature. Even 4 years after its initial reveal back in 2019, Musk has stuck to this idea and did not want to give up his childhood dream, as the wild concept car is definitely poking in the eyes of the bears in Ford, GMC and Ram. You cannot help but wonder whether or not the car has been designed with a simple tool like a ruler, and from the profile, you do get the feeling like you're watching an axe head on wheels. Almost the entire body is made of unpainted stainless steel panels, which should definitely keep production costs down. And people have not been shy of sharing pictures of the car all over X, formerly known as Twitter, the platform that Musk bought and turned quite controversial in the previous couple of months, with a large emphasis being put on the front end, as you cannot help but note the stubborn design with a full width light bar on top of it sticking directly in your eyes, as well as a massive single windscreen wiper. The side profile of the car is also like no other pickup truck from its competitors, as it looks like a rolling triangle with the bonnet and windscreen following the same shallow angle up to the roof, where it suddenly drops off at a sharp angle down to the end of the bed. The wheels also have a unique design, with the spokes appearing to be molded into the tires. The fans have been able to pick up some photos of matte black Cybertruck, and their opinion was, well, more or less the same as the one with the robust metal color. It does look horrible. I don't think we'll ever be able to agree on whether or not the car looks beautiful and modern. But there is one thing that the entire automotive industry has placed their bets on. It's unique, and it's conquering the world with the speed that no other automobile or truck has been able to do. So, what do you think about the Cybertruck? Let us know in the comments down below.